Hi, this is Joyce from the Pilkington Homestead. I'm making barbecue stuffed baked potatoes. This is a really great recipe for parties, lunch, dinner, just any time. It's easy to make and it's really, really yummy. You wash your potatoes, and you want nice sized baking potatoes. And you wash your potatoes and then you coat them with either olive oil or coconut oil, one of the others. Any other kind of oil. If you want avocado oil, whatever kind of oil you'd like to use, it doesn't matter. I just like to coat the outsides with the oil. And then I take salt and I like to cover them with the salt. And I like to put foil on my baking sheets so that I have less mess to clean up when I do things. So now I'm just doing the salt, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven and cook it for 1 hour. And then we're halfway to eating our baked barbecue potatoes. I'm ready to make the barbecue part of the barbecue baked stuffed potatoes. There's like 10 minutes left of my potatoes to cook, so I'm going to start the meat. So the first thing you do, I guess this is for any recipe you cook. If you're going to do onions, you always start with your onions, because you want to get them kind of translucent before you do anything else. So I'm going to cook these onions, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of garlic, and I'm going to let this cook until they're translucent, and as soon as they're translucent, I'll be back. I have the onions translucent, so I'm going to put 1 pound of hamburger in. And I'm going to cook it until it's brown, well done, but not crispy, hard, just a soft brown color that it's completely done. And as soon as that's finished, I'll be right back. So the hamburger meat is nice and brown. As you see, it's not too brown, it's completely done. And I have some barbecue sauce that I made in a different video. And so I'm going to take and put 1 cup in there. And I'm going to add just a teeny pinch of salt and just a little bit of pepper. And this is to taste, really. But the barbecue sauce is spicy, so it doesn't need a lot of other seasonings. Now I'm going to mix this together, and I'm going to let this simmer for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'll be back. So we've got our potatoes out of the oven, and we made a little slit and made us a boat, and then took out, make sure you leave plenty of ledge all the way around so that your potato won't collapse. So we did all of that around. Now I'm going to take a stick of butter, not a stick, a table, that would be interesting if I did a stick of butter, a tablespoon of butter. And I'm going to drop it in each one and let that melt. This is room temperature butter, so it's really soft. And I'm going to put it in each one. Because what is a potato without butter, right? Okay. Now we have our meat, our barbecue meat mixture. And I took, let me start with this. When I took the potatoes out, I put them in this bowl, as you can see. But I just took about half of the potatoes that come out. And I saved the other half for later. I'm going to put butter and salt and pepper and finish mixing it up. And I'm going to have mashed potatoes to go with something else. So I took about half of them out. So now we have our barbecue mixture, which is nice and done. And it's really nice and tasty because I did sample it. And we're going to put it in here. And then mix it all together. And this will take me just a second and I'll be right back. So the meat and the potatoes are together. Now if you would rather have this more meaty and less potatoey, just don't put the potato that you take out of the little potato boats, just don't take and put it back in with the meat. But if you like potatoes and you want the kind of like the potato in there, that's what I did. But you can leave it out if you would rather. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stuff the potato boats with the barbecue just as full as I can get it. Over the top, because this is stuffed. And I'm going to do all of these and then come back and we'll put the cheese on and bake them. So now my barbecue baked loaded potatoes are all filled and it comes to the cheese part. So we're going to put, and this I don't know amounts, just whatever you want to put on them. But I'm going to put as much cheese as I can, so I'll just run down the sides. Then I'm going to put this in an oven, the 400-degree oven, and I am going to cook it for 10 minutes or until it's melted and I'll get a little brown, something like that. And then we will be back to look at our potatoes. My barbecue loaded baked potatoes were in the oven 10 minutes, and this is what they look like when they come out. And we'll take one of them over. And we'll cut into it so that you can see. But you know, usually you will just do this. And look how good that looks. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to eat this right now. In fact, I think I'll taste it. I usually don't taste things, but this smells so good that I think I'm going to have to. And I'll tell you what I think. Oh, I really like that. That is so good. That barbecue flavor with that potato is really delicious. I hope you like this recipe and try it maybe and come back to see me and subscribe and like. Thanks.